Yaga yoga tyaga bhogavala mosange raga sudha rasa pahanamuchesi shobhillavevo manasa raga sudha rasa. No, these are four very different routes that he was talking here. Yaga, yoga, tyaga, bhoga. So these are very variant. Too many variations, too much extremity among these four that he has chosen. But what he's saying is that whichever of these four one chooses, by subjecting the mind to drink the finest of the ingredient that floats on the top as a result of the churning operation performed by subjecting the body consciousness to the extract of the nectar from lunar planet, that is Raga Sudharasa Panamuchesi Shobhilaveo Manasa. When this mind is subjected to this, when the mind drinks this finest of the ingredient that is floating as a result of this churning operation, and when the mind becomes radiant in this state of body consciousness, when the mind assumes this state, in this state, these four extremes, what you choose among these four extremes, it doesn't really matter. All of them will yield fruits. That's what he says. Yaga, yoga, tyaga, bhoga, phalamusange. Yaga is a penance with a specific goal, with a specific purpose, while yoga is being beyond time, a state that defies time. So one goes beyond time, that is yoga. Tyaga is the ability to disown the things that we like most, that are very dear to us, ability to disown them. Bhoga is, simply put, it is the fastest way towards saturation, the enjoyment, relishing the enjoyment towards saturation. That is bhoga. Bhoga will be the fastest, one of the fastest to reach saturation. So all these four extremities, among these four, whatever we choose, all of them will yield result when the mind is in a state of radiance after consuming the finest of the ingredient that floats on the top as a result of the churning operation performed by the nectar of lunar planet. This churning operation performed under the body consciousness, to the body consciousness. So that is the meaning of this. The second line of this Kirtana. Welcome to 195th episode of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. Next nama is Mayi. The growth of faculty of discretion as a consequence of coordinated functioning of all the four faculties and the successful completion of the cycle, the discretion ability of faculty of discretion has improved. That is Mayi. Next nama is Panchakosantarastita. The filling of vessels of intellect, discretion, personality, mind, as well as the vessel of the internal Guru. That is Panchakosantarastita. Kosha means vessel. The five vessels are Vijnanamaya, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, and Anandamaya. What are the contents of these five vessels? The virtues picked up by the 8th generation human while he was still in the womb from Bhuvneshwari or Tishanku world. These virtues were beyond genetics. So it appears the internal initial contents of the five vessels are beyond genetics to begin with. Chetana Rupa facilitated filling of vessel of faculty of personality or Annamaya Kosha. Jadashakti filled up the vessel of discretion or Pranamaya Kosha. Chichakti filled the vessel of mind or Manomaya Kosha, while Jadatmika filled the vessel of intellect or Vijnanamaya Kosha. Chichakti, Chetana Rupa, Jadashakti, Jadatmika also initiated the circulation of magnetic waves in the body of 8th generation. When these waves complete few cycles, then through Gayatri, the internal Guru was also satisfied, and his vessel, Anandamaya Kosha, was being filled up. Subsequently, the vessels were provided with fuel in the Nama. They are being appended, they are being refilled with, they are being given the fuel nourishment in the Namas. Vyahruti Sandhya Dvijabrunda Nishevita Tattvasana Tattvamayi. These fuel energies were subsequently utilized. Also, the linkage or connection between faculty vessel and magnetic energy was established. Let us try to analyze the term Kosha. What does it really refer to? Kosha means a vessel, as already mentioned. In ancient times, the ruling kings used to have what is known as Dhanyagara Kosha, Dhanagara Kosha. These are compartments for storing and preserving the food stock and the currency. The vessels were monitored by the king directly. These vessels are under the supervision of the king. Kosha means the executed karmachana north of Agna Chakra, being connected to the fire element of Panchabrahma or southbound force present in Brahmagrandhi. Therefore, Kosha covers the region between Brahmagrandhi till north of Agna Chakra. Kosha is the vessel created with the help of the fire element of Panchabrahma. Let's examine the characteristic of an earthen pot. A ready-to-use earthen pot has only earth and fire elements. The water and air elements are eliminated from the pot after the process of drying. Similarly, the remains of ash of a dead body also contains earth and fire elements. Therefore, the vessel that was prepared with the fire element of Panchabrahma the process of such vessels being filled with the virtues of Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, and Vijnanamaya is termed as Panchakosantara Sthita. If the vessels of four faculties are filled, then the inner Guru is satisfied, and the corresponding vessel known as Anandamaya Kosha is also being filled. The satisfaction of the inner Guru is equivalent to filling the Anandamaya Kosha. The faculties vessels formed in the Nama Chichakti, Chetana Rupa, Jadasakti, Jadatmika in turn provide the necessary fuel for execution of Karmacharana. So in this context, people who are old, with wrinkled skin, having no teeth, or non-functional teeth, suffering from ailments, such cases, in spite of reaching such state, the soul is not leaving the physical bodies. What is the reason for that? The reason for this is that the vessels of faculties were not emptied. In the event that faculties vessels were dried up only under the conditions of Anandamaya Kosha, that is full, or that is completely full or completely empty. Only in these cases, only in such instance, under these circumstances, only soul departs from the physical body. That means the faculty vessels have to be dried up, and Anandamaya Kosha should be completely full or completely empty. In such cases, only soul will depart. So, the fact that people suffer from ailments, they are bedridden, but the soul simply refuses to leave, is because their faculties are not dried up. That's why majority of the cases when the soul departs from the body, the vessels of faculties were emptied by discharging urine or excretion or vomiting, etc. These acts were the ultimate karmacharana of the physical body. That means the final karmacharana of the physical body. Post to these events, the vessels of the faculties were permanently shut, facilitating the departure of soul. Through the Nama, Panchakosantara Sthita, Nirnasa re-enters planet Earth. Remaining Namas we will explore in the next episode. Thank you.